So I want to speak about out-of-body experience. There is quite a lot of people, Jewish and non-Jewish, that are speaking about all kinds of experiences that they had. That it's very hard to put it in words because, like, out-of-body experience, it means that it's something that is not physical, and the words that we have are physical. So by definition, it will be hard to explain experience like that. But there is all kinds of lines that are similar between those experiences many times, and we can definitely relate all of those cases to a certain group, as they call out-of-the-body experience. So, like anything else within the creation, also out-of-body experience have positive experience and negative experience. Okay, there is people that they are like initiating out-of-body experiences in a wrong reasons, in a wrong environment, in a wrong purpose, to connect themselves to all kinds of wrong things. So for me, when someone is coming and he tells me about some kind of out-of-body experience, it's not necessarily something that is positive and need to be encouraged. I think that I will say differently. Most of the times, I would not encourage people to try to get to those experiences, even though I know that many people are very, very fascinated by that, and they really want to experience something because they're sick and tired from the physical world, and they want to have some experience that is like real spirituality. It's out-of-body experience. I can understand that, but that's not the reason. Okay, that's not the reason to have that. Now, sometimes it happens that it's not because of the person did something or wanted that or wished for that, but it just happened. Okay, and that many times it comes in a near-death experience. That is, sometimes it's connected, sometimes it's not. But many people, when they have some kind of near-death experience, so with that it has also out-of-body experience. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but many times it happens, and many times people are getting like a very strong message for themselves, for their life, or like whatever is right or wrong in their life, and so on, when they have some kind of experience like that. And then to take that message seriously, obviously, will be very important. There's many stories about people that were trying to ignore those messages, and they got closer and closer to death until some of them, lost their life. Anyhow, it's very hard to say like rules on like those out-of-body experiences, and to say like when that happens, so then it's good. When that happens, it's wrong. But generally, you can judge something according to the result of that. So if the result of experience was that you felt afterwards inspired, you had like extra enthusiasm, you had more like connection to Hashem, so then usually it will mean that experience was something positive, that it gave you like elevation to come up to Hashem in a higher level. When you have some kind of experience like that, and then afterwards you feel like broke down, depressed, get sick, all kinds of negative influences that comes into his life, which many times that what happens to people that are doing all kinds of nonsense, that they want to connect with spirituality and doing it in the wrong way. So many times they will have all kinds of like negative side effects that is coming with it, and usually it will mean that something was wrong and it was not the right thing to do. Now there is something that is kind of a known phenomena within that realm of out-of-body experience that many people are speaking about, like a certain shivering, that the body shakes when they within that experience, and that's something like that is natural. It doesn't mean that it's positive or negative. It can be either. It can be in both sides. person can have those shiverings, the body shakes, and that doesn't mean that if it's positive or negative. For me, the test will be after the experience. If the person after the experience he have like enthusiasm to do something positive, to do Torah and mitzvot, to follow Hashem's, so that means that the experience was positive. When someone after experience like that, he have some kind of a like, you know, he wants to pull out from anything positive, and he have like tendency of doing like negative things. So usually it will mean that within that out of body experience, he connected with some kind of a like evil power, whatever you want to call it, that is there within the creation, and sometimes it becomes to be very difficult to remove that. I had people that came to me that they had like all kinds of negative influences, all kinds of negative powers that they were suffering from, and they were looking for like the way out of that. And when something like that happens, when the person was initiating that connection, so it makes it to be much harder to help him to get it out. When something like that happened by itself without the person like doing anything, so then it will be easier usually. And there is all kinds of things that are helping for those situations, meditations and prayers and all kinds of segulot. Usually I'm not so involved with segulot, but for the purpose of protection, spiritual protection, so I do use segulot, specifically the soul that I have of the Sfirat HaOmer. Whatever, there's like all kinds of different things, but the bottom line is that obviously those things are real, and for some people it changed their life, hopefully for the good. And I generally I'm not recommending people to try to initiate it unless someone he have like a very, very close I don't know how to call it, like a tutor relationship with a serious rabbi that can guide him how to do those things in the right way. Because it's sometimes for some people that have like certain like spiritual sensitivity, it might be very easy to open up themselves, and then they might like lose the control of like where they're going with it and how to do it in the right way, not to get harm from like all kinds of powers that are there. So it is like it for me in the like the Kabbalistic meditations that I'm dealing with, it is in large extent a certain training procedure to get to those experiences in the right way. But it's a kind of a long-term commitment. It's not something that someone can you know, like jump in, enjoy the ride, and get off in the next station. It's something that somebody that is ready to take it seriously and to be committed and to have like a real like learning program and to understand the concepts and what he's doing and why he's doing and what is the right way and what is the dangers and so on, how to avoid them. So then it can become to be something that is very, very strong and positive tool to work with. But practically what I see that most of the people, they are not in a position in their life that they are ready to make such a commitment for like long-term relationship of learning process. Most of the people, they're looking for like fast food. So okay, you know, I'm not saying that there's none of that. Yeah, there is also like within the Kabbalistic meditation world, there is also something that is kind of a quick result kind of training that people can benefit from. But obviously, when someone is ready to take things to a higher level, so then the experience will be deeper and more meaningful. Bezrat Hashem. Anyhow, that Hashem will bless all of us to have positive spiritual experiences that will lead us to a higher level of connection. Amen. Ken Yirtzeh.